Okay.
Now we'll grab the link for you guys.
Well, a little bit of color added. But then I stopped because I thought I need to do my demo on the next page, and this is still wet now, so. Okay, should I first show the materials I'll be using? That might be handy, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will be using, first of all, I will start with my Pentel pocket brush pen. It's a fountain pen that has a brush instead of like a nib tip, which I like because then I cannot go into detail and I can just keep moving on my drawing. And then the ink that comes with this is Pentel ink that comes with the pen. That is waterproof, so I can use it with my watercolors. I can put watercolors on top, which I will use. And then after I did that, I will use a little bit of colored pencil to add some texture, if all goes well. We shall see. Okay, let me find the view. Yes, okay, got it.
If anyone has questions while she's working, you can put them in the chat and we will ask her. There's a good moment.
Sure, that should be fine. I'm going to flip my page down because it's popping up. It's annoying. So, all right. So I chose this this view because I love the kiosks in Lisbon, and kiosks are like little mini cafes basically that are outdoors, and people sit there and sip coffee or some kind of drink, and it's a fantastic way where people place where people socialize. So I love these places. They're all over the city. And because I love the kiosk, that is actually where I will start my drawing. So let me see, because there's also this blue car in front, which is actually, if you look at the photo, it's actually almost as big as the kiosk itself in the proportion of this of the camera, of the wide angle. So I'm going to start quite high to make sure that I actually can fit the kiosk as well as the blue car, because I do want the blue car in here as well. It just sort of fits the whole idea and the whole vibe of the city. And it's a good challenge as well. Oh, Jenny, can you give me a cue when I'm halfway?
Yes, I have stopped the time.
Okay.
So I have I'll tell you when 15 minutes passed. Is that
Perfect? Yeah.
something like that? Yeah.
Great. So what I'm doing, because I want to fit the kiosk in here as well as whatever is going on in the foreground, and I'm going to just, you know, decide how much of it I want in it. Because I need to work kind of small then, you know, to fit everything in, that is a great excuse to not go into detail. And I can just sort of make these fringes instead of looking at all the details that are going on in the roof of the kiosk. I saw, by the way, that Kim is here. She took the Lisbon Wow.
Hey,
class.
you.
Hey.
Hi, Kim.
Hi. And I really recommend everybody the Lisbon Wow is a great workshop.
Oh, yeah, it was really great. last year we did it for the first time, and we want to do it again because it was just so much fun. And there were people actually saying it was life-changing for them. So there you have it. Okay, so I have the roof. That's a start. And I'll just go and work my way downwards. Also, because there's overlap in the photo, I'm just drawing whatever I see instead of sort of making the distinction of foreground and background. That makes it easier for me to understand what goes where. I'm really just sort of going from shape to shape, which really helps me, thinking about if I am drawing something that seems overwhelming or a lot or complicated. I just think it's a shape, and then next to it there's another shape, and then next to it there's another shape, and then I just keep going that way. There's stuff in that window, but I can't really see that much detail, which is good. Sometimes when I draw on location and there's a lot going on, I actually sort of squint my eyes so that I don't see all the details, because it can be a lot, and that helps me to see the essence of the place, the essence of what, the story I want to tell, basically.
Did you see this place when you were in Lisbon?
Yeah, I stayed around the corner from it, and we actually didn't the studio, no, not the studio where we stayed, where we did our classes, was not that close, but everything was sort of walkable. So I stayed in this area, and I love the area. It's a Príncipe Real. I have no idea how to actually say it.
I think there must be at least one Portuguese person in this huge Zoom room that can tell us.
For sure.
Yeah, I thought someone said they were from Braga, so
Braga, Portugal. Yeah, actually, I'm Brazilian, but I live here since 2017. So
Oh, cool.
it's Príncipe Real.
Oh, see?
Príncipe Real.
Príncipe Real.
Real.
Real or Real.
It's
Yeah.
such
Okay.
a hard language. I need to practice and learn. Thank you for that. I am taking some artistic liberty because there are chairs right over here. And when I was practicing, because I practiced for this session, the chairs turned out so weird. I'm just going to leave them out. That is what you can do. You don't have to be true to everything you see, because otherwise you can just hang a print of this beautiful street view photo instead of, make a drawing.
That is so important to take artistic liberties.
Absolutely. And this is one of the big things that Cynthia and I also are very big about. We want people to be confident to be them in their sketchbooks, if you understand what I mean. I think this is something that you see in so many art communities, that it has to be right. And while you can actually build confidence to just be creative, be adventurous creatively, and stop trying to draw everything, but just try to capture the essence. So it's really about, it's not just about drawing, it's also about slowing down and being in the moment and actually listening to your own, you know, feeling like, what is it that is important to me here? And that is what is captured in the sketchbook. I think that is a very big and important thing to know as an artist and to grow as an artist. What is my story? What is important to me?
So true. I'm very glad you've gotten to the lovely little transporter. I am obsessed with these. And if anyone does not know what it's called, it's a Piaggio Ape. So it's a wonderful little Italian vehicle, which was developed, I think, in the late 1940s. And what I really find fascinating about these is that it's basically just like a moped underneath, and they just built this transporter shell around it. And I really love that because it's like so creative, and because they had limited resources, of course, at the time after the Second World War. So they were like, we want to transport stuff, but we only have this little Vespa, and so let's build this stuff on top.
Love that.
Yeah.
And also they can turn easily on the narrow streets in the mountains and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And in Lisbon.
yeah.
Yes.
You don't need like a huge van for everything you need to deliver all the time. So you can just fit in one of these little motorcycle spots. So it is.
They actually make these, I don't know if that must be not just in the Netherlands, but they make these little cafe stands in these little cars.
Yeah, yeah,
Espresso.
they love like espresso apes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And also the name is really beautiful because ape is Italian for bee,
Oh,
and
yes.
and the Vespa is of course the wasp. So they're like related,
Oh,
of course. Yeah.
great fun facts.
Okay,
That's-
I am done. I am done with my nerding
Don't-
out about the Piaggio
don't-
ape.
I thought you were just getting started. I love this.
No, no, no. Yeah. Back when I was in university and studying product design, I did a redesign project of that particular vehicle. So I picked up a few facts.
Nice. I love it. I'm not going to draw that second scooter. I'm done with scooters. I want to draw the stuff that's important.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually doing is I sort of use that traffic sign as kind of a frame. So I'll draw some in the background here later, but I want to draw the tree first. So I'll just really move through my drawing here, drawing the things that are important to me for this place. So it might be something completely different for you. That's the great thing about drawing together. Everybody's eyes catches something different. Let's see. There's people sitting here. And then there's all these chairs, tables. And because I have this brush pen, I have a great excuse to not be precise because I can't. It's just impossible. So I'm just trying to draw some figures here. They're also in the shade, so I might do something with that, with my color later on. I think that is enough indication of people sitting there.
That's perfect.
Someone walking there. I might put him in here just to give a little bit of height and movement in there. And then I also want to draw the edge of the street. Try to be not too heavy-handed with this brush pen. Some people here. Just really silhouettes. I think that's okay. It's enough to indicate there's things going on. And then maybe some more greens. And then in the background, we can also see some buildings. I'm trying to be really, get a really soft touch, which I'm not good at because I am heavy-handed.
It is so important to know who you are
Right?
as a sketcher.
Right. If I'm doing this, it feels like I am whispering. But I'm used to drawing loud or talking loud, you know. Drawing loud, I like that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, like I like this heavy also like we are not describing ourselves in a super nice way. I always say I'm lazy as a sketcher. That is like my go-to way to describe my personality as a sketcher. But yeah, heavy-handed is nice.
You could say bold instead.
Exactly.
Danny, you could say you're economical.
No, it's just like my German honesty won't let me.
Same here.
I can't. I can't.
Dutch,
I need
German.
to be direct, even to myself.
Good old
Yeah.
American optimism.
Yeah, well.
Toxic positivity.
Okay, I think I could go on, but actually this part of that photo I'm not really interested in. So maybe I can use this for text.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
Good idea.
Sometimes we forget about writing while it can add so much to your drawing. But first I will add color and then I'll see if I need anything more. And then I can add text if I have time. But there's a little bit of planning in this, but also the way I drew this is really how I approach it when I am on location. I want the most important things in first. The kiosk was my focus, so I wanted that first. And then, well, this was obvious too, that I wanted the ape. And then you can always add more, but just make sure that you don't procrastinate too much on the things that you want to draw. Like when you are sitting somewhere drawing and you want to draw people, but you're a little bit afraid of doing so. So you wait a little bit and you draw the whole interior of the cafe. And then what happens finally when you start drawing the people? They're leaving, of course.
Yep.
So I learned my lesson throughout the years. And just start where I want my focus to be of the drawing. Let's see how to mix this sort of coral pink color. You could call this sloppy painting or bold.
Right.
Koosje, you're now at about 16-minute mark, maybe
Perfect.
17.
So I will keep going with my color, and what I'm also going to look at is my shadows, because they might actually be more important than the colors. I also decided that the lamps are on and that they are very bright yellow. So I'm going to mix a little bit of blue with some brown to create a nice gray, cooler gray. So this is indigo and Van Dyke brown, but actually any blue and any brown can create really beautiful grays. And I'm going to look at the shadows. And also I'm going to paint these people dark, because gray, because they're all in the shadow, in the shade. Maybe a little bit of shading in the tree, shading these greens here. When it's super sunny, like in the photo, it's easy to find the shadows, and you can really use those in your drawings.
Here's a question for you, Koosje. Adam is asking, have you made your own pans from tube watercolor? Does it work well?
Did I make my own pans? Yes. Yes. So I just buy tubes from Daniel Smith, and then I always refill my pans, and it for me it works really well. I'm so used to it. It's a little bit softer than the watercolor that comes in pans, and I like that it's easily if you wet it, it's just ready to go. So yeah, for me it works. Let's see, maybe also a little bit of gray here to tone that back. Oh, and then I want the blue sign, and also there's a blue sign here, which I like, so that I can create another sort of frame, and I can repeat the blue color. So this is also something that I often look at when I am on location or drawing anywhere. Where do the colors repeat? I might use my pink to add to one of the t-shirts here. And also I have this blue on my brush now, and this guy is also blue, but I don't want to paint all of it, because then it would get so much attention, and I don't want that. So I'm looking for sort of the darker parts in the car to indicate that it's blue. The eye will understand this and finish it off. You don't have to do your paint by numbers thing, you know? You can just be a little bit freer, and that way you create a visual pathway, and you create a certain foreground that plays off with the background, so to say. Maybe someone in the back also wears a blue shirt. Why not? Now this is a little bit cream color, I think. See if I can add that. And then I'll use that also for street here. Maybe a little bit of gray for it over there. And then I think I should be moving on to the trees, and then some color with my colored pencil. Oh, and of course, there's a bright blue sky. Right?
Oh, that works.
I think that makes the kiosk stand out a bit more. Just using green straight from my pan, not mixing. And then I'll wait a little bit. I might add another layer, but I am going to see if I can add a little bit of black pencil now. This has dried. Because texture can really bring a little bit of extra to your drawing.
Quick update on time. You're doing great. We are roughly at the 25-minute mark.
Thank you.
Right on track.
Mhm. I forgot to add a little bit of dark here, so I'm just adding that with my colored pencil now. And I think I will tone this down a little bit too, so that it's clearer that it's in the background. The a little bit of extra color to bring some more interest in there. The paper is still wet, so I'm struggling a little bit, but I want to just keep moving. Of course, if you do this at the place itself, it will dry in the wind and in the sunlight quicker.
Especially in this August Lisbon sunlight, this picture. You notice
Yeah.
that everyone is in the shade
Yeah,
for a
exactly.
good reason.
Darkening this a little bit so that the kiosk stands out a little bit more. I have a little bit more contrast. And actually, I think I'm almost done with this because if I start doing more, I might overwork it. And I like the looseness of this now. Yeah. I could add a little bit more texture here with my pencil, but really, that's just adding a whole lot of nothing.
What sketchbook are you using?
Oh yes, I forgot to mention, this is a Hanemühle Nostalgie.
Okay.
So it's not watercolor paper. It's like very smooth paper, but it's thick enough to take watercolors. I think I'm actually done. Oh, yes, the text.
There's also a question about why you didn't add any color to that scooter in the front.
I think I just mentioned that, but I will explain once I'm done writing, because I don't I'm going to write something really weird. I could have done better with my writing, but yeah, you know, I might add a little something, maybe the date or something. Yeah, so why didn't I add color? Well, I did add color. I only colored like the shaded bits of the car. Or was it because you asked the scooter? I don't know. Anyway, this is my main focus of my drawing. So if I add a whole lot of color here or super dark grays and reflections and everything, then the eye is pulled here, towards here. But I want the eye to be here because this is where I want to be. I want to be at that kiosk drinking a coffee over there. So that's why.
Makes sense. What a sweet little scene. You really captured the Lisbon feel and the kiosk vibes.
Yeah, thanks. I think I did. I like it. I'm happy with this.
Do you have your practice drawing as well?
Yes, I do. I will get it. Hang on. I just want to add a little bit of. Yeah, I do. And the thing that happened, I started way too large. So I added another page.
Oh my God, that works so well.
It does.
Just continues
Does.
on, yeah.
So this is different.
I want to remind you that I asked you to do some magic in the beginning and you are delivering.
That's magic.
Oh my God.
I see now that I also added colored pencil in the sky. I like that. I might do that now. I just was inspired by myself.
Also really good. After calling yourself heavy-handed, I think that is a good way to talk about yourself.
Right? Very inspiring. Yeah,
Yeah, that adds a lot of drama and direction.
right?
Texture. Nice. Yeah, I love all the white space.
Yeah. And by the way, we are perfectly at the 30-minute mark. So
Wow.
great job.
It is
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome. I enjoyed this.
Yeah.